I want to talk to you about something I find absolutely ridiculous and sickening. And this is a situation that is happening in California. First of all, I can't imagine what it's like losing your home to a fire or a wildfire or some level of a natural disaster. It's got to be terrible, especially if you have children, so on and so forth. These people that have lost their homes have now turned into potential renters, and their situation is being exploited. Okay, let me explain this to you. In the last few days, families that were displaced by the wildfires have been searching for either temporary or permanent housing, only to find that the rents have skyrocketed overnight. Some properties have seen increases of between 20 to 50% in just a matter of hours. I was reading an article from one of the newspapers in California that somebody that was touring a property, literally as they were there, had a rent increase on the spot. Okay, I don't know if the landlord was there or maybe a listing agent, whatever it was. It got increased on the spot. Now, also, I started looking into the back end of some of California's laws, and apparently they do have a law that prohibits rent increases of more than 10% during a declared state of emergency. But it seems as though that has not stopped landlords from pushing these limits, all right? People are in a time of need. This is not the way to do it, guys. There are hundreds of rental properties that have illegal rent hikes since the wildfires began. Some of these increases are as high as, from what I saw, 60+%. 60+%. And for families that have lost everything, this adds another layer of devastation. Okay, they're already dealing with the trauma of losing their homes. Now they're being forced to pay exorbitant amounts just to secure a roof over their head. This is a moral crisis. Okay, this is unbelievable. To me, emergencies should not create opportunities. I understand and realize that they do. I think most of them do. But under the circumstances, this is just sickening to me. It's really a reminder that these disasters, these natural disasters, don't just test our infrastructure, they test our humanity or lack thereof. I think it's sickening. It's unbelievable to me, guys. When people are in a time of need and your neighbors or the communities that you live in don't want to come together and help you, instead charge more than double so you could rent their place so they can make a couple months profit. Come on, guys. I mean, get real. Let me show you something here. Let me see if I can pull this up. All right. So here's a good example, right? You go to Zillow, you start looking at homes in these areas. These are just a couple homes that I found. If you scroll down to price history, look at this, right? This was listed for rent back in October of 24. Look at what happened after the wildfires, a 33% increase, okay? Here's another example. This was another one. This was first listed for 12, almost 13,000. They reduced the price in December. Then they increased the price again to $15,000. Here's another example, another one. I mean, am I wrong? Like, this is crazy to me. Another one, 13,000, 15,000. Oh, this was the same listing, I think. That's my bad. Sorry, I was going through so many of these. I'm only going to show you a few. Here's another one. It was listed for 8, then it went up to 11, then something must have happened and they brought it back down to 8,800. Here's another one. So this one got taken off the market. So it was listed in December 18th for 10,500, okay? Actually, it was originally listed for 13.5. It got reduced 22%. It got reduced again, and then it went up 45.1%, and then they removed the listing. These are just a handful of these circumstances. I cannot imagine not finding support in the communities that I live in. When I'm out there with, your family, you have children, you have maybe your in-laws or your direct family members are living with you or whatever. It's just unbelievable to me. These people need to do better. And I hope something happens. It seems as though some of these listings have been removed, but I could tell you this much, during a time where there is things going on with natural disasters, so on and so forth, like, I know that this should be a priority 100% because people need a place to live. But a lot of times these things don't necessarily get ironed out until let's say they do the cleanup, so on and so forth. But this is something that definitely needs to be addressed. And I just cannot believe what the hell is going on. If this ever happened to me, I would be so disappointed with my neighbors or with the people in the community that I live. I don't know what you guys think, but I just think it's terrible. So I just wanted to get on and just show you what the hell is going on here. So my heart goes out, even my family's heart. You know, we were talking over the weekend about the wildfires. It's unbelievable, guys. It's really a sad situation. So hopefully they could get pulled together and get their resources together and figure out a way out of it. So, all right, guys, I'll see you again. Bye-bye.